What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
And this is Not Another Damn Podcast. Presented by our damn selves. Hell, is it 132 now?
I think so.
I don't know. A lot of episodes.
We're getting close to my weight. I won't say my true weight.
Yeah. We're quite a ways off from mine. Yeah. But before we get started, speaking of weight and fitness and all that good stuff, got to shout out the lovely Jazz creative, J-Scope.
Hey, girl.
First fitness belt that covers the entire midsection and provides 100% comfort during your workouts. Grab your J-Scope just in time for the holidays.
Yes.
You know, she got the two versions now.
Mm-hmm.
Got the fancy one with the leopard print, so get your J-Scope. Yeah. Right, yeah. Especially all the, that's for the cougars out there. Rock that one. Yeah, there you go.
Cougars.
Y'all here are chasing on the prowl. Yeah. There you go.
I saw a meme that said if you put on your bra backwards and then you spin it around, you're a cougar.
Yeah, that's always cool. I know old bras that do that too. You know, I done dated my share of old chicks. Yeah. And that's how they put in the ones I dated were typically well endowed too, and that's how they did it. Yeah. So put it on backwards and flipped it.
Cougar?
OG style. Well, got to kick things off. Unfortunate note. Rest in peace to the legendary Mr. Caroll Spinney. For those that don't know who that is, you definitely know who it is. You might not know the name Caroll Spinney, but I just want to say two names that everybody knows. Big Bird, Oscar the Grouch. He was the voice of and the puppeteer for both of those characters. And, yeah, unfortunately, 85 years old. He died earlier today. So, big part of our childhood.
Right.
Big part of all. I'm pretty sure everybody listening grew up on
because Sesame Street started 50 years ago. It started in 1969. So, you know, like our
generations.
Yeah, Corinne grew up to, we grew up to, my children are growing up to Sesame Street.
And everybody in between.
Yeah, so it just makes it sad, like seeing that, you know, like another part of your childhood. Like, it just means that we're getting older as we see our legends passing away, you know. It makes you sad, like when you see your TV dads pass away, or your, like you said, Caroll Spinney, Big Bird. Like, who doesn't love Big Bird?
Big Bird and Oscar, that's like, a major part of, we you grew up, like, watching, like, Dolomite. Yeah.
Big Bird, you have some imagination.
Snuffleupagus, let's go.
But, yeah, rest in peace, Caroll Spinney. Just not going to be the same.
Oh, no.
Because Sesame Street does still come on and everything, so...
Yeah, it's never been off the air. It's been on since 69.
Because, like, I know that they play it on HBO. Like, I mean, it still comes on PBS, but then they play on HBO, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But... very, very sad.
Also, on a sad note related, I got to say rest in peace to Juice WRLD. Chicago,
that,
21 years old.
Oh my God.
That he suffered a seizure on the plane.
At the airport, right? I was going to say,
Was that the area? I was at the airport, on the plane, at Midway.
I saw that people just saying rest in peace to him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what is going on? Like, was he epileptic or something?
I still don't know why. I know they said he had a seizure. So, all this is like, these stories just happened with both.
Right.
Like the Caroll Spinney and the Juice WRLD are very new, so we're still gathering. By the time this airs, y'all probably have more info about both of those stories. Like, these are very new, so we're just reporting them right now. So, just had to put those both out there.
Yeah, rest in peace.
The Caroll Spinney one literally just came down right when I was sitting down. I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah. So I just saw it. I was like, wait a minute, what? And then I'm like, But yeah. And it's just like unfortunate because like it's the holiday season. I know like in particular when people do pass during the holiday season, it does just feel particularly sad. I mean, to me, that's just how I, view it as, because then forever your memory is going to be wrapped around that.
Yeah.
You're sort of like, okay, you didn't have Thanksgiving, or in this case, you didn't have Christmas or New Year's with your loved one. It's just, especially with him, Juice, like he's only 21, like very young. He had his whole life.
Man, just
and they
getting started.
They said he just celebrated his birthday last week. I want to say, so he just turned 21.
Just became legal.
A baby, yeah. That's
his career just taken off too.
Well, hopefully he has like a lot of stuff that wasn't released, and then he can still live on. Like that's the positive. I will say, like if I can try to put a silver line in this, if you're an artist, whether it be through your artwork or like if you're a singer or a writer or anything like a creative person, then your stuff can still live on even when you physically have passed away. You can still touch other people in ways even after you've been gone. Like how many artists like who passed in the 70s, like before we were born?
Yeah, we know all.
We can listen like Jimi Hendrix, like we can listen to his music.
We never lived through Jimmy, but
Jazz
we know
Joplin,
him. Yeah.
like we can listen to like their works.
These people we never knew of, but hell, most like
truth be told, I was very young when Marvin Gaye died. I was like a little kid when he died, so it's
the most part, the Temptations too is like Paul was already dead before I was born, and then David was already probably cracked out by then, like the 80s. Like, so yeah, right. we know their music. We know My Girl, like prime Temptation, but before the drugs and all of that. So,
Silent Night.
Yeah, we know, yeah.
It's the time in my mind. Now we can listen to that.
Merry Christmas from the Temptations.
We can listen to that now. Before,
rest in peace, Melvin. Before
Thanksgiving, no, I didn't want to hear it, but now it's like you can have it blaring right now. But yeah.
You mentioned TV dads, one that's still alive but not doing too well. Let's talk about Mr. Bill Cosby.
Oh, and I was just watching a marathon. Because I watch Amazon. I have Amazon Prime. Shout out if Amazon, if y'all want to sponsor us. Putting it out there. For those that
say that Cosby Show is buried, like get you an Amazon Prime
account.
On
Amazon
Every
Prime.
Episode of the show's history
all 8 seasons.
is on there.
Yes.
You can watch it on demand whenever you want. And it still airs on TV One, so Cosby Show is still out there. You got to look for it.
Because I watch it on Amazon Prime. And my kids watch it. Ari told me, "Mommy, can we watch the Cosby Show?" I said, "Okay," and I put it on. She wanted to watch it.
She wanted to have big fun with
the rest shit.
But Bill, he sat down for an interview with the BlackPressUSA.com, and I'm gonna start calling him No Chill Bill. Bill said that he's gonna do his full stint most likely because when parole comes up, they want you to show remorse, and he says that I have no remorse for any of that because I didn't do it. So Bill's like, I have 8 years and 9 months left on my sentence. When I come up for parole, they're not gonna hear me say that I have remorse. So there it is. 8
years? That's Dad. They gave him that much time?
No Chill Bill.
I didn't know that he had that much time. Yeah. I thought he had like 4 years or something.
People were expecting it because of parole, but that's just like probably his sentence was the 8 years, but people probably expected to be out in a year or two because no parole board. But he's saying that he's not going to show remorse.
And they're not being funny because he is old and his health is. Like, I'm a little bit, what he did was messed up. I'm not going to say it wasn't messed up what he did. But it's like, when you get past a certain age, it's like, almost anything is a death sentence. Like, when they had Governor Ryan in jail.
Yeah, George Ryan was very old. He just got out a couple of years ago.
He was like one step to death. And then you
I think he started having Alzheimer's while he was in there. Right, you going to have that man serve all that time? His wife died while he was in jail, right? Yeah. And then did they let him out for the funeral? I mean, did they let him out for the funeral? I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm like, this man is like one step to death. Like, let's let him out. Like,
and she was corrupt, but
yeah, they're all corrupt. All politicians are corrupt.
Gives a shit. Especially here in Illinois. Yeah. The system is fucking broken.
JB, you better keep your ass out. Keep your ass out, corruption.
That's why I'm glad he's an outsider because he's not part of that machine. So maybe like the outsiders, like they're not part of the Illinois machine. Yeah.
And Lightfoot isn't part of the machine, really. She's not,
Even Rounder wasn't part of the machine. He wasn't corrupt. He was just an asshole.
He was just a douchebag.
I didn't hear any like corruption stories. He's just a dick. That's all. That's his problem.
You know my feelings on him.
So I don't know many scandals he had. He was just a dick. That's all that is. But, so like the outsiders are a little better. Like those lifetime Illinois politicians are the rotten ones.
Yeah. Because Illinois, I think about, especially Chicago, we're a mob town. Like, I'm not being funny. Chicago's a mob town.
I have very close ties to City Hall. I'm not saying no more. I'm not getting this podcast shut down. But I know stuff that I probably shouldn't know and shit, and I'll leave it at that. I probably have said too much already. This line might get edited out. I don't know. But if you hear it, hey, it is what it is.
Chicago, I mean, hey, it is where it is. Mm-hmm. We gully over here. Well, I won't say
you're
gully.
All straight gully and shit.
Say we gully. Wait a minute. Let me not
straight
say that.
Gully over here and shit.
Let me not say that. Wait a minute now.
Gully than a motherfucker over here.
Not my family. Not my family. But you said Bill said he ain't gonna show no remorse.
Yeah, so his new name from here on out is No Chill Bill.
No Chill Bill.
So I'm gonna start calling.
No longer Bill Cosby.
Yep. It's not Pill, and now it's No Chill Bill.
No Chill Bill.
He's like, hey, no remorse.
Who still got the pills, who stay ill.
He's like, I'm going to do my time because I ain't showing remorse because I didn't do that shit. So, No Chill Bill. Because mostly, even if he didn't do it, a lot of people would just lie just to get out early. But
yeah.
I guess if he feels he didn't do anything wrong, then...
And
the type I'm not admitting to something I didn't do either. Like I kind of agree with that.
I agree with that too.
I still don't think he's innocent. I think he did something, but yeah. But if I didn't do something, I'd rather sit in jail for 10 years than admit I do it and get out
I'm not going to say I stole something I didn't steal because I know I don't steal.
Say I do the time, because I'm not going to admit to a crime I didn't do. Yeah. Right. No. If you say I raped somebody, no.
Which is why the Central Park, or now the exonerated 5, why he Mr. Corey, why he sat in all that time, because he was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say that I did something I didn't do. So he sat and he just was like, no. But I mean, I do. Well, we'll see what happens with Mr. No Chill Bill.
And shout out to speaking some exonerated 5. Shout out to Raymond Santana, engaged to Delicious.
I saw that. Yeah.
So there it is.
Yeah. And people,
Miss London Charles. Yeah.
And here's my thing
former
about that.
morning host for JLB in Detroit.
And a long time ago, she was off Labor Love.
Yeah,
a long time ago.
Many
moons ago. But the thing that I didn't like that people kept on saying about the whole thing, they're like, people are already trying to bash your relationship, and it's like, if they're happy, if they honestly found love with one another,
because they both, let's both of them had a rocky road, especially Mr. Santana, that fucking Central Park bullshit. So if they found each other and they want to give it a shot, I say go for it.
Yeah. I say because people are saying watch out for her, and saying that she's a gold digger. People are like putting that up and saying, they're like, she's trying to get up. They try to make a come up on him, and they're just telling him to be careful. That's what people are telling him, be careful. And it's like,
she's not ugly, so why wouldn't he want to be with somebody like that? That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, why put that negative? Like, I mean, if they...
Maybe she really does love the man.
Yeah. And whirlwind romances can happen.
Yeah, I give them the benefit of the doubt.
People like, they only dated for 3 months. Our parents only dated for 3 months and they got married. So, less than 2 months, whatever. Yeah. Like, they got married fast. 2
months after they met.
They got married. So, and they were married to
I think they were living together a month after they met. And then were married a month after that.
Yeah.
So it was like real quick.
It was like super fast. Yeah. It was like a fast track.
Yeah, they moved in together within a month and shit. Right. Yeah, it was like super fast the way that shit went.
But this was the 70s, so I guess people did that in the 70s. Absolutely. Cause I said, Mama, you did that? Huh? You was down like that? You was nasty, Mama. I tease her about that now.
Hey, Mama gotta have a life too. Shout out, baby boy.
I'm just waiting for the African what squad.
Baby boy. Yeah. That's funny.
Is Baby Boy on Netflix or something?
Hopefully. I don't know what streaming service. It got to be somewhere.
It has to be on something.
It used to be on HBO. It might have come off of there by now. They rotate the movies on HBO. I know it was on there at one point. But that was like a couple of years ago. I'm sure it's gone by now.
I know that now they added Love and Basketball as of December 1st. They added Malcolm X. And
which service is this?
Netflix.
Okay, Netflix.
And just another Class Act.
Oh, yes. That's the one. That's the one I saw. Yeah. Duncan Penderhue was in Blade Brown.
Pender Piss.
Duncan Pincushion. He couldn't get his name right.
It means pop the...
That's like, people sleep on that one. To me, that was better than both House Party 2 and 3. I got it a kid and play movies. It's House Party, Class Act, 3 and 2. Like, that's the order of like how I like them.
The dinner scene was just the best part of House Party 3, the dinner scene.
That's like my order. People rate the House Parties like you forgot Class Act, which is better than both of the House Party sequels to me. The titty, come on, that movie was classic. Wedge,
Dougie
fucking
Doug.
Dougie Doug is Popsicle. Yeah, that movie. Pauly Shore obviously high in that movie. Obviously it was on something.
Obviously he was 30 and was high.
Yeah, this dude
30
was
and high.
And it was funny. His character was supposed to be like anti-drug. Obviously, he looked high to me in that movie.
Hey, buddy.
He was doing an anti-drug rally. I was like, you definitely need to be listening to that shit. You need to be listening to words that they rapping about, because you seem high right now.
Well, there it is. It was the early 90s, so there it goes. But those are on the streaming service. There's some more I can't think of, but they were saying black movies that have come to Netflix. So, like, as soon as Love Jones came, I watched Love Jones the weekend it came.
Because you didn't have a good experience the
No,
first
I
time.
didn't.
Which I think we talked about that before.
Yes. Which I had an awful experience, but... But Malcolm X, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to watch that. Like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. Hopefully it's still around Black History Month. I think that's why I'm going to wait till then. If I imagine the thing was longer than... It's going to be on there longer than 60 days. It's probably going to be on there for like 6 months to a year. So
yeah,
I might watch it Black History
Month. And
Month.
I got to get my mind ready for the Black History stuff, because...
my annual Rosewood watching, I'm going to definitely do that. Get fired up. Hopefully I don't run into you white folks.
You should watch Rich McCall too. Get Out. Watch Get Out there, Black History Month.
Get out.
Get Out.
I saw Us is on HBO. I gotta watch that.
I gotta watch it. I
saw
don't
it's
have
on
HBO.
there.
No, I don't have HBO.
Yeah, Us is on there.
Because I wanted to see. I missed it when I was in the show. But I mean, I like Jordan Peele, what he has going on. I like
Peele
the whole...
found his own lane. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the whole
creepy
suspense. Yeah. Because I like Hitchcock. I'm a Hitchcock fan. That's a lot of things that people don't know about me. Is I enjoy Twilight Zone, Rod Serling. I enjoy Hitchcock. I like all that kind of suspense, eerie, kind of creepy kind of stuff. I like it.
Like Creep Show back in the day. Creep Show 2 especially. Thanks for the ride, lady.
I don't like horror. It's a different. I don't like horror. Gut slashing.
You're not a Saw person. Not a Saw fan.
Yeah, we're gonna play a game. I'm not. No, I don't like that.
Not a Jigsaw fan.
Yeah, because that creeped me out. I didn't like that, but I like suspense. Like, oh shit, I'm in an alternate universe.
The whodunit type.
Yeah, I like suspense. I like that. So that's a little known fact about Naima. Naima likes stuff like that. I know it's a weird part of my personality, but
so like Clue, you like that's a good.
I did. I love Clue.
Clue was a great movie.
And of course, you had Tim Curry in it. You had Christopher Lloyd.
They had a great cast.
What's her name? Leslie Ann Warren. Yeah. Madeline Kahn. Rest in peace. You had
great cast. Yeah.
A wonderful cast.
What's the name? The Go-Go's chick had a cameo in that when she's the singing Telegram and they shot her.
Yeah.
I can't think of her
Jane
name.
Wheatland.
Yeah,
is that her name?
Go-Go's.
Yeah, from the Go-Go's.
Yeah,
she was.
I think she was uncredited, but she was the singing Telegram.
And they shot her. Yeah. Spoiler alert! 4 years later. Like a 35-year spoiler.
Oh yeah, great movie though.
Yeah. But if you guys get a chance, check that out, Clue. I'm sure it's on a streaming service too.
Speaking before we go any further, got a shout out. Big weekend for my industry. Even though I didn't go to either of these gigs, but I'll shout out. One I was working, and the other one I just wasn't invited. So they because Elroy Smith, I get why I wasn't at that one because I never worked for him. Elroy never hired me. That's a story I always tell. That I got close to getting hired, but he never hired me.
Right.
Like I met with him a couple of times, but Elroy just never hired me for whatever reason. Yeah. So there it is. But he had some kind of they called the Elroy reunion or something like that.
Oh.
So basically, it was like a who's who of radio personalities from the era that we grew up listening. Basically, shot out Lisa E was there. Stone. Who else? There's so many legendary names that were at this thing. Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm drawing a blank right now for whatever reason, but pretty much a who's who. Certain names that I'm not surprised didn't show up to that. I knew Mike Love wasn't going to go for obvious reasons right now. He's he ain't trying to talk to nobody right now.
So, where you...
what happened?
Get out my face. I talk when I want to talk. Get out my face.
But it was a who's who of Chicago radio legends.
That's what's up.
So I saw everybody post. Bonnie DeShong was there. I saw everybody posting their pics.
That's a name I haven't heard in a minute.
Yeah, I saw one of my peeps. So. And then also this weekend, shout out to the legendary Tom Joyner had his retirement party. You know, Tom Joyner's hanging it up after I don't know how many years he's been on the air, but
35, 40 years, something.
Yeah.
Our whole lives.
Yeah, he's retiring at the end of 2019. Yeah.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Well earned. Especially after them 7 years you did mornings in Dallas and just afternoons in GCI in Chicago. And you flew back and forth 5 days a week for 7 years. That's why you got the name for the Fly Jock and the hardest working man in radio. Because
I thought that was just a gimmick. And then he was like, no, he's actually flying.
He'd do mornings in Dallas, hop on a plane and fly to Chicago, do afternoons at GCI. And then fly back after you got off the air.
So at what point, I wouldn't even know what day of the week it was. I'm just going to be honest.
And what city I'm in, I'd forget like what city I was in half the time.
Like I would have on like one dress sock, one sweat sock. I would be all messed up. I wouldn't know what was going on.
I think you think Chicago and Rockford is hard. Try Chicago and Dallas. Yeah. So I respect that man immensely because I've only gotten a small like sliver of what he did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And, like, I feel the burnout, so I can only imagine how he felt. But, yeah, he's retiring. Let's just talk about all of that shit, since we're here. Let's go down this rabbit hole. Fuck it. It's out there now, So, since Tom is leaving his show, so that leaves an opening for that, because these, because a lot of people, let's do a breakdown how radio works. Mm-hmm. Is like most of the top shows on the air are syndicated shows.
Right.
That means they're on in more than one station in more than one city.
Right.
Like the Breakfast Club, it airs on Power 106 in Rockford, but it originates from Power 105 in New York, but it airs at about 40 different stations all around the country.
40 different markets, right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And same with Tom Joyner's morning show, he airs in multiple markets. So with Tom Joyner retiring, that leaves a void there. Mm-hmm. And like a lot of these stations aren't going to hire another morning personality, especially if they've been doing syndicated all these years. Like Joyner been on, like I said, 30 years.
Right.
Or like 25, like doing that show, I think the TJMS, been on about 25
Like we know
years.
The jingle.
That's I want to say it was 94. So it's 25 years just since that show been on the TJMS. Mm-hmm. So if you've been syndicating that show 25 years, you're not looking for a new morning.
No.
And so who's taking up that spot, who's getting a little up there in age, Ricky Smiley, is shifting from his current show to the adult show. Yeah. It's going to be the same show. He's just like probably going to switch the music out.
Right.
So instead of hearing The Baby and Megan Thee Stallion, you're going to hear TLC and Peebo Bryson. Hopefully he won't go that old. Like, hopefully he goes like our era more.
Maxwell,
TLC, Biggie, Pac. I'm hoping he can stick. I don't want to hear Peebo Bryson, Ricky. Yeah, that would suck.
Who's that? On the Wings of Love.
Yeah, Jeffrey Osborne. I'm not trying to hear Jeffrey Osborne.
On the Wings of Love.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm not trying to hear.
You don't want to hear Lionel Richie all night long.
Mm-hmm. Or Penny Lover. Not trying to hear that shit. Hello. Hello. I'm not trying to hear that. That's a little too. Even though those are bangers, but that's too old. Yeah.
If you do go old, just stay Michael Jackson, Prince. That's safe. Michael Jackson, Prince are safe if you do go old like that.
And throw some Whitney shit like
Whitney,
that.
Stuff that was like
you'd be good. You stick to like the popular shit. Yeah.
Run DMC, stuff like that.
Throw some loofah in there. You can't go wrong with him. Never too much. So that'd be hot. But Ricky Smiley is shifting to that format. Yeah. So he's taken over a good portion of those Tom Joyner stations. But he's also gaining some new stations as well. And one of them he's gaining is Soul 106.3. Because a lot of you know by now the Mike Love morning mixtape is gone. Yeah, it was canceled a couple weeks ago. Yeah. And starting January 6th. Yeah, we could talk about this now because Mike talked about it. Like, I've been wanting to talk about this since it happened, but I said I'm going to wait till Mike says. If he ain't said nothing, watch it out.
Right.
But now he's talked about it. So, morning mixtape with Mike Love and Lady Red is off the air. So now they've just been running Christmas music, and dude was like twice an hour, whatever the fuck they've been doing.
I've been listening to Sirius XM in the morning now. I'm not listening to that in the morning. Yeah.
But starting January 6th, the Ricky Smiley Morning Show moves to that station.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically the same Ricky Smiley show. Like I said, they're gonna probably switch the music out. He's gonna have Brad and Eva and Gary with the T, Rock T. Only one that's not part of the new show is gonna be Head Crack. Because Head Crack is getting his own morning show syndicated. So he's taking over the old Ricky Smiley current version. Well,
congratulations to him.
So shout out to the homie Head Crack. I'm happy for Head Crack because he's a good dude. I've met him several times.
And he does the freestyles, right? Yeah, I like his freestyle. Yeah, I like his freestyles. Yeah.
I'm going to miss him and Brat going back and forth because now they're going to be on separate shows. Because like when they added Brat to Ricky's show, then him and Brat and Head Crack would do their freestyles on a Friday. And like, Head Crack would do his like Hot 8, Brad would do her Hot 8, and they go back and forth. And it was pretty dope.
And then Brad has her West Side,
Mm-hmm.
The West Side come out. You ain't messing with that West Side.
Well, I thought Brad might stay with Head Crack. She's gonna stay with Ricky though.
Yeah.
So Head Crack got his own team and everything. So yeah, January 6th is gonna be an interesting day in Chicago.
Yeah.
Because you got two morning shows, new morning shows debuting. Ricky Smiley on 106 and Head Crack on Power 92. I think Ramonski is taking over on 95.1 for Tom Joyner. So there it is. So they are going local. Ski. Happy for the homie. Yeah. So like we lose one love and we gain another one. We lose Mike love and gain Ramonski love in the morning. So switch one love for the other one. And those are two guys that helped me immensely early in my career. So they showed me love because in their name. Yeah. Mike Love and Ramonski Love. So I'm happy for Ski that he's getting his shot at mornings because Ski has never done mornings. I'm happy he's getting a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
but I mean, I'm gonna listen to it, but I mean,
at least Ricky's show it is good. I give it that.
It is good,
but Mike Love's the homie.
Mike Love cool as hell.
Yeah. Well, they didn't put nothing bogus there. I'm like, at least like Ricky, he has like I said, Gary and Rock T and Special K. They got a good product.
Yeah, they do.
It's just and the crank calls, but
I like the
Mike Love cold as hell though.
I like the Let's Argue in all the features
and all the DJ Tysko the live mixes and all that.
I participate in those live feeds.
I participated quite a bit.
I participated in a lot of those live feeds.
My favorite one was one of the last ones I did was shout out Cool Out was on there.
Man Cave.
Man Cave one. Because Mike, myself, Cool Out, Hypnotic, Papa was there. Jones popped in. It was a lot of testosterone in that one.
And he kept on saying testes. We're like, no, that's not. He's like, yes, testes or whatever he kept on saying.
I called it a sausage party is what I kept calling it.
I was like, no.
I say it's a damn sausage party.
He's like, that's a technical name. I was like, yeah, that doesn't sound good. Say it like that. Yeah, no. But, I guess it's like, life is about change and transitions and stuff.
And Mike, I talked to Mike right after that. He seems to be in a good place. So I said, if he's over it, then I guess I'm over it. It's like because he's in a good place right now.
No, I want my morning fix because where am I going to listen to when I'm driving to work? I'm being selfish now. But I did enjoy it. I enjoyed listening. I listened every morning.
Red was at Elroy's thing. I saw her in the pic. So I was like, okay, look, Red went. Mike didn't go, but Red went.
Yeah. I'm sure she did this to people. Hey, what's up with Mike? I'm sure she did this.
Where Mike Love at?
I'm sure she played it. Because my thing is, it's like when something, like, okay, and I can say this honestly, I've never been fired from a job, knock on wood. I've never been let go anywhere I've worked.
I was famously fired from Mrs. Fields. I think I told that story before.
Yeah. I haven't. Like, I've always been able to put in a 2-week notice. And then, like, with me being in my other companies for, like, a long time, I got promotions because I got a lot of promotions from within.
So not only have you not been fired, but you never even quit abruptly. You always did the proper channels. I've done the proper
way. I've done 2 weeks.
I walked out on a job before till that one. It's like, I had a fucking gun in my head. So I told him I'm never coming back.
Have you had a gun in your head? Yes. Why the fuck are you still working this job if you had a gun put to your head?
Yeah.
I'm not working any job where I have a gun put to my head.
I can't say, that's you.
That's you.
I'm never setting foot in that place
This $12.50 ain't worth it. I'm sorry. This $12.50 an hour ain't worth it.
It might have not even been $12.50. It might have been made like
$10
an hour or something.
This ain't worth it.
I don't even remember.
Even if I'm making $250 an hour, like you put a gun to my head is not worth it.
But that's it.
That ain't worth it.
I'm not coming back.
Yeah. But I mean, I've never had that happen to me. Like I said, knock on wood. But it's like, if you have to go through something publicly like that, because when you're in entertainment, you go through everything publicly. Mm-hmm. So I can't imagine.
Like Robert Feeder, like he's still out. He's not as bad as he was back in the 90s. Because Feeder used to work for the Sun Times. And he was the go-to, like, the as far as, like, the dirt on the industry.
Oh, yeah, the inside scoop.
It's like, I found that I was doing overnights in Feeder's column.
Yeah. Mom clipped the article. Mom still probably has that article somewhere.
Everybody's blowing my phone.
Mom clipped it.
Yeah. You know you in Feeder. Yeah. Because it's talking about, Oz Man is taking over overnights for this other guy who I won't say right now. He got fired, but yeah.
Because Mom clipped it, and then Mom had it, and then she sent the article to Merritt, remember?
For reasons I can no longer remember. And shit,
she sent one to Robert A. Black, I think.
Probably
Mr. Little, yeah.
I'm sure that happened, too. Because I made Feeder's column was a pretty big. And same thing with, we're going to go down this rabbit hole again.
Rabbit hole.
Stone Pony and Baby Girl got fired in Feeder's column, basically.
I remember seeing that,
because, somebody from, I still don't know who did it, but somebody from Crawford leaked the email from Jay Allen that they were changing morning show.
Oh.
And what made it even worse is the replacement originally for that show was supposed to be Sam Silk. Sam Silk was under contract with GCI, so like if Sam Silk did have a deal under the table, you fucked it up.
You messed it up.
Now
right?
Like GCI is like, what's this? It's like, you still under contract with us. You can't go over there. So you know, how did you embarrass the two of them, but you fucked Sam up.
Right.
So he's unavailable now.
And now you create a hostile work environment over here now.
Well, Stone ended up leaving right after that. Courtney stayed on for like another 7-8 months with Leon solo. And like, which for reasons I don't know. Like if I get fired in the paper, I'm looking for another job. Like Stone did the right thing. He got the fuck out of there. He said
deuces.
You're not firing
deuces,
me. Yeah, he got the fuck out.
You can't fire me if I walk out first. Point to my head.
Yeah, Stone never came back. Right after that, and then Courtney did the show with Leon for another let's say 8 months. And then eventually, like just like Feeder said, you replaced this time with Trey the Chocolate Jock and not Sam Silk. So Trey and Kendra took over that.
Right.
Yeah. And so. And you can't act shocked that they replaced, because you saw that in the email that Jay Allen said. And basically, if your program director is saying your show sucks, it's like, I couldn't work there anymore.
I couldn't either.
If I'm reading an email, you saying like, this morning show is subpar. We need you. And it was something like that.
And my work is not up to workload standards or whatever.
The boss's email, and you kept working. I
would feel a type of way.
Courtney's my girl, but that was dumb. I think
I would feel a type of way about that.
And I get it. She probably just wanted to do morning because that's a big deal. And Courtney kind of made Chicago history with that move. She was the first woman to lead a morning show in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So she's kind of in the record books because of that.
Yeah.
Like she's a lot of people don't know yet because most morning shows the man is the lead. Yeah,
this is true.
It's like except like what's the name GCI their situation. I think they all kind of equal.
They're all equals. Yeah,
I wouldn't say who the star of that show is, but the previous show I would say it was Tony Sco.
Yeah, it was. He was the lead.
And Leon and Nina were like, they were like second. But Courtney was the first lead with Stone exiting that show. And then other markets it had been female lead, like New York, especially like Wendy Williams.
Yeah, shout out Wendy.
Miss Jones is like it had been female leads, but Courtney was the first one in Chicago to do it. So she made history. So
yeah,
and it didn't last long because Trey the Chocolate Jock and Kendra G replaced like a few months later, but shout out to I'm way down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
This is old shit now, so like this is all stuff that's out there. So
yeah, but like I say, so if you do get fired publicly, it's like you don't want like I've seen people get fired. Like I said, working like for stupid reasons. I say people like
you said they got fired for stealing a donut.
Yeah, because I worked retail.
That.
I worked at Jewel for many years. I worked retail for like 12 years before I went to the state. So I went to public sector, but it's like a person stole a donut and got fired for stealing a donut.
It's pretty ridiculous when you think
on his first day. Because he went over to the bake shop and took a donut off the shelf
and went upstairs.
Because they called him in early because we was short staffed, and then he was supposed to start a little bit later that day, but he was there early, and they was like, you know, you want to come in, you know, and you can start early.
I guess he didn't eat breakfast. So he said, I just grabbed a donut.
Yeah, he grabbed it, and security was watching him. He went upstairs, and then when they went upstairs, they said, you got a receipt for your donut? He was like, no. And they saw him take it off the shelf and go right up the stairs. And it was like a 50-cent donut. So, like, and then after, like, they was like, okay, until further notice, you know, whenever they say until further notice, it means that you're fired.
Yeah.
So then he called back.
They're taking you off the schedule until further notice.
Yeah. So then he called back like a week later trying to get like his schedule, and they're like, that's it. It is no schedule for you. And he was shocked because he was like, wait, I never started. And they're like, well, you stole. So in retail, if you steal anything, you're done. But I mean, like, that's something that was only like our store knew. Like, I can imagine like if
somebody on fire for stealing a donut.
You're on a public stage.
And Robert's fucking feet are printed in newspaper. In the Sun Times. That's one thing I have. I'm glad I haven't had that. I haven't been fired publicly, but I definitely did. It announced my business saying that I'm taking over overnights when like I didn't even really know that.
Right.
I thought I was filling in, and they said, "No, you're the overnight guy." I'm like, okay.
Alrighty.
I guess I am.
This is news to me, but okay. But yeah, that's just awful when you do have to go through things. So I just say, at the end of the day, when people do want to get the dirt, you want to get the scoop. At the end of the day, we're all still human beings. We're all still people. So, I mean, don't come at somebody like, yeah, how is it like because you got fired? How you doing? Like that's. Use some tact about yourself. That's some people just have.
Guess what? They already like embarrassed because they got fired and shit. So hashtag shut the fuck up.
Yeah, don't be try to be. Well, I'm being real. No, you're being a real asshole. That's what you are being. Like you're not being real. It's a difference between being concerned and showing genuine emotion versus you just trying to be gossipy and just trying to get the juice. And. Just be a little bit more tactful because I know I wouldn't want, in my situation, if it was me, I wouldn't want no one doing it to me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it done.
So if I would lay low, like I don't blame Mike for not going to that Elroy Smith event.
Absolutely.
I'd definitely lay low around these times.
Absolutely.
Maybe in a couple of months, if they did something like that, he could
go.
Right now, I wouldn't feel like talking to anybody.
Enjoy your time. Be with your family. Enjoy that time. It's the holiday season. It's a lot to do out there. Winter Wonderfest at Navy Pier, Christmas Around the World at the Museum of Science and Industry, which I went to this past weekend. Yeah. But it's a lot, it's a lot of stuff to like just do out there.
Dope.
To just
Nutcrackers in town. I saw that.
I want to go to the Nutcracker.
I saw a billboard last night.
The tickets are so high. I was looking at it. I'm like, oh, because I don't want to sit like in like. I want to take Ari and I want to be. I want to sit in a good seat because I want Ari to see it and really experience it because I think that she's going to be my theater partner because Marcus.
Oh, he ain't doing shit.
He's not into the theater, so.
He's a typical guy.
Yeah,
me, I can do theater because that's my background.
Man.
Like,
he's a man's man.
I come from a theater background with the Married and the whole music shit. So like,
you played trumpet.
I've been in pit orchestra.
Yeah, you were.
So it doesn't matter.
Weren't you first chair?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were first chair.
Yeah.
So you were.
I've been in the pit orchestra for like when the dancers are up on stage. I've been down there in the pit playing. So I've done that. So it's no big deal for me to watch a play because I've been to plays. Like I said, as in a band.
And then, as I said many times, I danced for years. So
you will be the one.
I would be the dancer.
Even though we never did together, but we were like separate. Yeah, because I did stuff with like the pit orchestra with the dancers up there.
And then you went to my dance shows and watched me.
And I would go to your shows. Yeah.
So.
Speaking of music, let's shift gears to talk about the birthday boy who just passed. Hovey, 50 years old. Holla at your boy, December 4th. Jay-Z's 50. Damn.
My heart just hurt a little bit saying that. Yes. How old are we then? How old am I? He's 50. How old am I?
Jay celebrated his 50th birthday.
Yes.
And he did something real dope, which I like. And which I took advantage of too. Jay-Z, for those of you that a lot of you know, Jay-Z owns Tidal.
Right.
But when he bought Tidal, guess what? You had to get a Tidal subscription to hear most of his music.
Right.
What Jay-Z did, like on his birthday, all his whole catalog is back on Spotify.
It's on Spotify. I saw that.
You know what I was doing the last 3-4 days? Listening from Reasonable Doubt all the way up to 444. It's like all Jay-Z.
All Jay-Z.
So I was listening to all of that because
Nice.
I was like, okay, Jay's back on Spotify. I'm listening like, okay, yeah.
So now I'm like, do we need to get rid of Tyler? Because Marcus has Tyler on his Sprint. I'm like, should
There
we
it
get rid of
is.
Tyler? Because that's back on Spotify.
Spotify, yeah. And I
Can
have
we get rid of Tyler
Spotify, so
now?
I'm like, yeah.
Cut
so,
these bills, you
yeah.
know? Cut these bills.
Holla at your boy.
I still like the meme of the American Sex Top Model meme with Tyra, and she's like, 3 of you streaming services I have, but I only have payment for one. And she's like
shit, yeah.
Netflix, Disney Plus, and like Hulu.
And
Like,
you got to make a decision.
I only have payment for one.
You got to make a decision.
Because then when you start adding up the streaming services, the shit get higher than cable.
Eventually, it becomes cable. If you have everything, if you have those three, and then HBO, Showtime, Stars, it adds
we
up.
know
And
Stars
shit,
is
yeah.
getting canceled after Power ends.
That's what
the
people
Power
do,
officially ends.
And like me with
getting
Showtime, only
canceled.
having to watch The Shy. I always cancel whenever The Shy is like when they're not on.
You had HBO when Ballers,
Yeah,
right?
and they went off the air now, so now I could cancel HBO now if I wanted. I still have it, but technically I could get rid of that.
'Cause I saw
Shit.
people-
I like to shop with LeBron, so I'm gonna keep HBO.
I saw people going like, yeah, reminder on calendar to get Stars back on January 5th.
Exactly, yeah. Cancel
At
it for the
12
month
o'clock
of December and
on
then
12
bring that shit
o'clock
back in
a.m.
January.
Right?
Good.
Because, it's real talk. You got to do it like that.
But let's circle back to Spotify right now, because
Okay.
it's that time of year, end of the year, and with the end of the decade. 20 teens are over at the end of this year.
That makes you sad.
Yeah.
Makes you really, really sad. You think about it.
Spotify, they put out their data on not just the most streamed artists of this year, but the most streamed artists of the decade. Let's see if you can guess who number one is.
Kanye West?
Uh-uh.
That wasn't a bad guess, though,
That's
right?
pretty good, though. Yeah, he didn't make this list, but Kanye was definitely a good guess, though.
Drake?
Yeah.
That's already my default, Drake.
Yes.
I say Drake for
28 billion total streams over the past 10 years. Drake?
Oh my gosh.
Drake? So we were right, said this is his decade. 28 billion
I
streams.
need to one dance. Yeah, Drake
Yeah,
was.
Drake.
Okay,
Come
yeah.
on, Hotline Bling alone. They're probably half of these are probably just that fucking song. Yeah. Remember that how huge that was?
And then they kids bopped it.
Yeah.
Anytime they kids bop a song, you
Half
know
of
it's
them
big.
were probably Hotline Bling and shit. And it started at the beginning was like, baby, you my everything. That was the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first one.
Wow, 28 billion.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna read the others off of this list. Because Drake was one. And then, as we don't get a lot of mayonnaise in here, so Charlamagne was.
Taylor Swift, is too.
Ironically, she's not on this list. That
Oh.
surprised me. I think Taylor kind of pulled her shit at one point, so that probably hurt her streams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ye might have been off too. He might have been with Tidal. I don't know him and Jay were like together at one point.
Yeah,
He might
because
have
his
been on
stuff,
Tidal for a
was on
while.
Tidal.
So
You're
like,
right. His stuff
he lost some streams during that time.
Yeah, his stuff was on Tidal. Yeah.
So Ed Sheeran's 2, Post Malone is 3. That's a shock. Ariana Grande's 4, and Eminem's 5. That's your top 5 most streamed artists for this decade.
And then probably half of those is The Way by Ariana Grande, because Ariana loves that song. Yeah, my Ariana loves that.
Then Ed Sheeran's Shape of You, I'm sure, got a lot of spins.
Yeah.
That was huge, yeah. And M had a big decade, like Love the Way You Lie, like the one with Riri.
Yeah. Him and,
pretty.
I'm in love with the monster.
The
that's
Monster.
on
He had a couple of
body.
hits with Rihanna.
Yeah,
The
because him and
Monster
Rihanna
and,
had good.
they need to do a whole album
they
together.
do.
Yeah.
They had a good chemistry.
Yeah, they Lollapalooza, was he here and she came out? I think he was his he was
Yeah,
here.
he was here because
And-
I remember
and
hearing the sound check when I was driving
was
on
the
Lake Shore.
surprise. She came out in the
Yeah.
crowd. I wasn't at that Lolla, but the crowd lost that shit because Rihanna
I'm
came.
trying to remember what song he was sound
surprised, yeah.
checking because when I was coming from work that day, and then I could hear Eminem sound checking. I forgot what song it was, but I was trying to drive slow, and then I was like, because I was trying to drive, but they like move along. I was trying to like creep by so I can get a free little sneak peek.
But Post Malone, that motherfucker, it was his. He has the most streams of 2019, so that's where most of his came from.
Oh my
gosh, he's just very popular. He has a huge fan base. Like I'm not a Post Malone
And
guy
I can't name
personally,
any
but
songs by him.
I know his music. He got White Iverson and
I have no idea.
um,
Is he the white guy with the pink dreads or something? Pink.
he don't have dreads, but
pink
he's
braids
like he
or
got
something?
face tats. It's like
Yeah,
he's a weird looking
like,
dude.
yeah, okay. Because I can't tell you anything that he's done or made, or that's not my genre. I don't know anything.
Yeah, he had Rockstar. Yeah, I've been fucking hoes and popping pillies, man. I feel just like a rock star. I know his music.
Okay, I know that song.
Yeah,
I've heard
yeah.
that song. I know
Yeah,
that one.
But he's big. 6.5 billion streams this year.
Wow.
Billie Eilish was 2, Ariana Grande's 3, Ed Sheeran's 4, and Bad Bunny's 5.
Yeah,
so a lot of most of the names, because Ariana Grande, Ed Sheeran, and Post Malone made both of these lists for the decade and the year. So there it is. A lot of these streams probably came from this year for those names. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But Drake dominates. Sorry, Beehive, Beyonce wasn't on the list. No, they mad at Spotify, I'm sure now. What the Beyonce is not the most streamed. I didn't know it was Drake. Soldier Boy said Drake.
Y'all better stop hating on Drake.
Exactly. Drake's the fucking man.
Drake is, yeah. And Toronto won last year.
Yeah, and Drake got a championship ring. They gave Drake a ring and shit. That's how big that was. The Raptors gave Drake a ring.
Drake deserves a ring.
He was at the rally where Drake spoke. Yeah. Like, what's Drake? He's not part of the team. It's like letting Spike Lee speak at a Knicks rally. It's like that.
Spike Lee is part of the team. He is Spike part
Lee,
of it.
Low key probably would. If they ever win, it'll be after Ariana and Khalil to see him win. We'll be long gone. By the time the Knicks win a title, we'll never see that shit.
We'll never see that.
Been over 50 years already, so I'm just saying. Or been about 50 years.
Spike will be another 40 before they.
Yes. Think about that shit.
And Spike Lee gonna come back. They're gonna cry gently free.
Spike Lee was probably Ariana's age the last time the Knicks won a title. That's how crazy that shit is. Yeah. He probably was a shorty like that.
But he's loyal. I give him that. He's loyal. You've never seen.
He rides with him. Yeah.
Even when they had the big three, he never took off his Knicks hat. Was like, I'm a Heat fan. He never.
And even when the Nets got Kyrie and KD, even though they're struggling too right now, but
Spike still stays.
I'm not going to Barclays. I'm still a Knicks fan.
Orange and his blue.
A lot of people in New York switch because they fuck the Knicks, but not Spike. Spike is like, no, I'm gonna ride it to the end.
And it's Brooklyn because if you're from Brooklyn,
he's from. So he could switch if he wanted to, but he's like, no, I'm a Knicks fan. On to the end, like
he wear that hat still.
Yeah, he still rocks with him. Yeah.
I mean,
I can relate. I'm still a Bulls fan, and they're trash and shit now.
Hey, we lost to the Warriors twice.
The worst team in the you guys get swept by the Warriors.
Because I was watching the second game.
2 years ago, that had been thinking getting swept by the Warriors. In 2019, you don't get swept by the Warriors.
Because I was watching the game, and I'm like, really? They're going to lose this game again? They're going to lose again to the Warriors? And they could have won the game. And
I didn't expect this sports talk, but now I'm fired up over the Bulls. This one totally unexpected. You brought it. This is your fault. You bring it to Spike Lee.
Oh, gosh.
But yeah, it's like, no, you mentioned Drake with the Raptors.
Yeah. He is part of the team.
But it's like, what the fuck is wrong with Lauri Markkanen? He's just, he doesn't look like himself. Is he still injured? He was never the same to me after that triple overtime game. That was last season. He never recovered. To me, it's like he's a different player ever since that game.
Did the Monstars take his powers?
He just doesn't look like the same guy to me. Like, that's not me being a jerk. It's just like ever since that game, he's been a different player to me.
Well, I like what Kobe White's doing. Kobe is doing his thing.
Kobe White and Zach LaVine are the only reason this team is watchable.
Yeah.
And Carter is like a decent.
Yeah, Carter's good.
Yeah, he's not the most exciting player, but he gets the job done. Yeah. Carter is one of those solid, fundamental players that you need. If you're going to win championships, you need guys like that.
And Tim Duncan was exciting. How many rings did he win? Exactly. So that's who he should look at as his carve out. You're not flashy and you're not KG. You're not Kevin Garnett, but you could be Tim Duncan.
Back in the day, you're not AI.
Right. You're not flashy.
Tim Duncan got 5 rings. AI got none. But you go to AI's highlights, you're gonna find go to YouTube, find AI's highlights, you'll be watching for hours. Go to Tim Duncan's highlights, you're not gonna see much there. You might see 2 videos of Tim Duncan highlights, but he got titles.
Just saying.
Not like AI, but he didn't win.
Just saying though.
But his team sucked too, so a lot of it wasn't his fault. He had a lot of bad teams during that time.
So that's what Wendell I think needs to do. He needs to just look at Mr. Fundamental and just go that way. Because everybody wants to be a Shaq, but it's like Shaq was a one of a kind. We
never gonna see that.
He was a one of a kind.
The most dominant big man. I wasn't alive when Wilt Chamberlain, but to me, Shaq's the most dominant big man.
Yeah, and then he was athletic, even though he was
big. Old cats will probably say Wilt because it's Shaq can score 100, but to me, Shaq is the most dominant big man I've ever seen.
Yeah, Shaq was breaking backboards and.
They had to change
he was so big, but he was athletic.
They had to change the backboards because of Shaq. They started making them better. So these are two. They had to change the way they made backboards because of Shaq.
With that, we remember watching games where Shaq broke the backboard.
He did it more than once. He said they had to actually change the shit.
Remember the one we were watching, and then like it was like it just like it did like a breakdown, like the way it like collapsed down, like how Genuine looked when he would be doing the like it just broke down. And
years later, talked about he did that shit on purpose. He said, "Were you trying to break down?" He said, "You damn right. I was trying to pull it down." Like, after he retired, he admitted, he's like, "Yeah, I was trying to. Every time I dunked, I was trying to break that shit down." Yeah. Years later, he admitted, "Hey, you damn right. I was trying to pull it down."
But Shaq is a one of a kind. Like, where are you going to find that? Like, Dwight Howard wasn't it. He tried to do it, but he wasn't it.
That's why Shaq didn't like it. They tried to give him his Superman torch. He's like, nah, bro.
Nah, bro.
Even though Dwight did find his mojo back, I think being with the Lakers is good for him now.
Yeah.
Because he was terrible for like, the first. That's the thing. He lost it the first leg, throw the line, the second's going, he's back. So Kobe destroyed him. LeBron repaired him. There you go. Because Dwight was terrible. Since that,
yeah, he was awful.
He was all right in Houston, but
he was awful though.
He was terrible in Atlanta. He was terrible in Charlotte. What other teams he put? Washington, I don't even remember him with them.
I don't remember that. Yeah,
it's like that. That's the one where he had the scandal happened. When he had the fucking the torn glute and all that shit, and we joked like, how did that happen? Had that glute surgery, like the scandal happened in Washington.
That was very petty.
But since he went to the Lakers, he found his game again. Like, this is the best he's looked like in years. Like,
yeah, we saw some of that when we went to the Lakers game. Yeah.
I was like, okay, Dwight Howard's actually looks halfway decent now because he was terrible for about 4 years.
JaVale McGee didn't look goofy.
JaVale, he's been good. Warriors fixed him when he went to Golden State. They repaired him.
So Lauri, it's like, what are you doing? We gotta
because guess what? Lauri Markkanen's up for an extension next season. So what do the Bulls do? If he's still looking like this, I get rid of his ass.
You have to.
I'll trade him because I'm not paying $25 million for that dude. It's like, if he's still playing like this, because he's gonna want a max deal.
And you gotta trade him, but
you pay Lauri Markkanen $25 million.
Why he still has some value?
While people, because it's still he's very young, so people would take a chance.
Take a chance on him.
Was he like 22? So a lot of teams would take a chance on him. So if Bulls got decisions to make this summer, if he plays like this the rest of the year,
because they pegged him as being like another.
He was
Dirk.
supposed to be like the
Dirk.
He was the centerpiece of that Jimmy Butler trade, along with Levine. Yeah, he was the guy that was supposed to be y'all mad about trading Jimmy, but this guy's gonna be better than Jimmy. Yeah, he's gonna be another Dirk.
They kept on saying he was gonna be Dirk, and whenever you put
an all-time great, that's
a bar like that on somebody, that's a high bar.
One of the greatest Euro player of all time. That's a high bar. And one of the greatest NBA players of all time.
Don't compare me to nobody that's like a bar. Don't compare me to nobody.
Then you get the Harold Miner syndrome.
Yeah, Baby Jordan.
You don't call Lauri Baby Dirk because then he's Harold Miner. You don't do that shit.
We're Harold Miner old.
Exactly, yeah.
Google it, Baby Jordan.
Exactly. Because he won the dunk contest, now he's Baby Jordan all of a sudden. But guess what? Jordan won the dunk contest, but he was good, though.
And he won a lot of the things. He won Defensive Player of the Year. He was MVP several times.
He averaged, 35 points a game. Season. 2 years after winning the dunk contest or whatever. Or the year he won the dunk, it was the same year. The year he won, he averaged 35 points that year. Harold Miner didn't. I'm just saying. The Bulls were good. The Heat sucked during that time. I don't think they were a playoff team during the Harold Miner era. I don't think they were a playoff team. They didn't become a playoff team until Tim Hardaway and Alonzo Mourning got there. They were not a playoff team during the Harold Miner era. I'm just saying.
At all. At all.
It was when Pat Riley and Alonzo and Hardaway came in. I was watching a video recently about that team. Remember that game they had with the Bulls? It was physical, and Scotty got that nod.
The Naughty Pippen, yeah.
I was watching a documentary about that game. How basically, because that basically woke up a sleeping giant within Jordan, because Jordan basically destroyed him that next game. You put a knot on my boy's head, I gotta kill you.
Jordan murked them.
That's the very next game, Mike murked, and they got eliminated from there. Because the Heat, that's what it was. Heat were down 3-0. So
don't poke the
bear. It was an elimination game, so that's why the Heat came out very aggressive.
What you expect somebody, if you're down 3-0, you're going to come out aggressive.
We're not getting swept. It's we might lose to the Bulls, but we're not getting swept.
That's my thing is, don't get swept. If you lose in 5, okay.
And they did lose in 5. So Alonzo
have some dignity.
He came out very aggressive and said that's what Scotty got the nod on his head. They came out very aggressive in that game and won, actually. And so the next game, that's when Jordan murdered him and put the final nail in their coffin, put him out of their misery. Then like
finish him.
Okay, yeah, you gonna do that to my boy? I got something
Jordan
for you.
wins.
Yeah, I got something
like
for
that.
you. Yeah, you gonna put a knot on my homie's head. I'm put a knot on your head. The whole team. Yeah, he's like,
is that game where Alonzo Mourning they keep on showing the GIF video and he's sitting there and then he's staring off and then he goes like. And he just starts looking like, because it's a GIF video that where Alonzo Mourning is sitting there, you can see him just contemplating, and then you can see him just come to like a realization, and then he becomes okay, like his face. I wonder if that was a game.
Maybe.
I have to research that and see if that's a game.
But people forget about that rivalry because people remember like the Bulls-Pistons rivalry, obviously from the 80s and early 90s, and the Bulls-Knicks ones that
I hate the Knicks.
But people sleep on that Bulls Heat rivalry from that era. It was because Pat Riley, they were very physical. That team is like and just like the Pistons, they had a Chicago guy at point. Yeah, Tim Hardaway. So it was like some similarities. It was like a hybrid of the Knicks and the Pistons teams. That's what that Heat team was. It was like a hybrid of those.
And Pat Riley had the best hair. He got the slick back.
Yeah.
No, he still got the slick back now. He's like 85 years old or something. He got the slick back still.
He still got it. Yeah.
Okay, Pat. Like the slick back.
Anything else you got, kid?
We could touch on real quick.
What's up?
Did you watch the Red Table Talk with T.I. and
Let's
Tiny?
talk on that. I didn't watch, but I'll report it. I know what happened, so we can talk about it. Let's go there.
Yeah. Okay. So it was. Excuse me. It was two parts to it. The first part was based on him talking about Hyman Gate.
Yeah, that's what he's calling it now. Hyman Gate with I didn't watch either part, but I know most people watched the first part about the Hyman shit.
And he cleaned it up. Well, he tried to clean it up and said,
here's the thing about that whole thing. It's like I'm always an advocate of long as you're not abusive. Like I think parents have a right to raise their children however they want. Like I don't interfere with the way any parent, like unless they're harming the children. Like I would never interfere with like how you're raising your kids. But here's where you went wrong. Like shut the fuck up. Why'd you have to say anything?
You announced it to the whole world.
If that's between you and your daughter, you checking her hymen, that's your business.
And then
why the fuck you gotta tell like people about it?
And then it's on social media, so you know it's gonna go by fast.
Exactly, yeah. That's my thing, yeah. That's what you do. Like that's between you and her. It's like him doing it was not the problem. Him announcing the shit.
You doing too much.
Announcing is what I had an issue with. It's like how you raise your kids is your business, but like you don't have to tell other motherfuckers what you're doing.
Do this.
Yeah, I'll go in. Yeah, I check the hymen, make sure it's intact expeditiously. Hell yeah.
People and then the comments in that they was like, he's a fool with a thesaurus. They called him a fool.
I need to make a diff about Damon Wayans' character from In Living Color with that's T.I. This is T.I. Yeah,
because T.I. like he has very good vocabulary, but then when you
perpendiculate the flatulence as we ejaculate, and I digress my bowel to circumvent. Excuse me, my brother. Circumcise the ramifications. Hey, that's T.I. Watch some classic In Living Colors. Damon Wayans has had a character that T.I. obviously was a fan of. He must have grew up watching Living because hey, I'm gonna be that dude.
Because T.I. he does have a big vocabulary, but a lot of his stuff when he says it, when you actually put it together, like he does use it in the correct context.
Yeah, like the Damon Wayans character he made words up.
Yeah.
And they had nothing to do with what he was talking about. It was like what I just said. Like he would say words that sounded big. It had totally out of context.
Right.
Like talking about like circumcised. It has nothing to do with flatulence. It's like it had nothing to do with what he was talking about. Nothing to do with anything.
Defecation, saying stuff like that.
The defamation, excuse me, my brother. Defecation. It was like dumb shit like that is what the Damon's character did.
But T.I., like, even though he uses the words in the correct context, a lot of times it's like, when you break it down, it's like, it was kind of like a lot of smoke and mirrors, what you just said. Yeah. It was just kind of...
You could have just got to the fucking point.
Like, it was just a lot of...
Yeah.
But... Okay, so after the Hyman Gate thing, after that, so then the second half of the interview it was talking about him and Tommy, how they got to the divorce thing, and then they took divorce off the table, and then
they were done and shit for a minute. Yeah, and they just made a 180 and fixed it.
Because she served him papers twice.
Yes,
I remember the first time she talked about how they couldn't get, like, he pulled a move. Like, every time they tried to serve him, like, he would just dip off, like, because when you get divorced, you have to be served the papers. Yeah. You can't you have to be served papers. You have to put them papers in your hand to serve you the papers. Mm-hmm. And if you run away, if you see the lawyer coming your way, you can say, oh, shit, and just take off running and speed off and get in your car and speed off. And then they can't serve you. The guy pointed his head,
can't divorce if I never get the papers.
Right. And Tommy would say that he kept on, like, playing games, like, because he didn't want to get the papers. And then when she served him the second time.
Probably for a couple of reasons. Like, he didn't want his wife to leave him, and he didn't want her to get half. So a couple of reasons why he didn't want to get them damn papers.
Pretty much.
He's like, first of all, I'm sure he wanted to save his marriage. Mm-hmm. And the second, like, maybe just as important is, like, if we do get divorced, like, she's going to take me to the cleaners and shit. So,
and that's a big reason why a lot of people, I'm keeping it real, why a lot of these millionaires won't get divorced, because, like, we saw Kobe and Vanessa take it off the table.
They fixed it, yeah.
Because Vanessa would have got, 80, 90 million?
Yeah, Vanessa was
she would have got half. Vanessa would have
got half. Done, yeah.
She would have got half. And then they had another baby and everything.
Yeah, they just quietly fixed that. Yeah. I'm watching you now, Carmelo and Lala. They keep putting it on the table. They put it on twice, and now I still don't know what's going on now.
They together still.
Exactly, yeah, because she, like, just this year, she served him again. With papers and that.
Because they were. Yeah. Because she was at the Bulls game when he played at the Bulls. When Portland played the Bulls.
So, they together.
She was at the game.
Now. Okay. Mm-hmm. With Portland Carmelo. Yeah. Not Carmelo with the Rockets last year. She's with Trailblazers. Carmelo. So, they together.
And that video that I recently saw.
He only been with them about 2 weeks. So
and that video I recently saw, I forget which team that they were playing, but during a timeout, she had their son on FaceTime, and she was talking to their son on FaceTime, and then she put the phone over, because, like, she was standing there, she was trying to get Carmelo's attention, and then when he turned around, like, he, like, did, like, a nod and, like, saluted their son.
I really like them. I'm rooting for them, because...
So she's there.
Me, Carmelo and Lala, even with all the bullshit, they're one of my favorite couples. Like I'm rooting for them, like... Stop having boat parties with bitches.
Stop having boats and hoes. Yeah, just no boats and hoes if you're married.
Too old for that shit. Yeah, especially when you get old.
Yeah, Melo's like my age.
Your libido is supposed to slow down when you get old. It's like,
you get up there, but
Charlamagne told a funny story. We way off topic, but who cares? But at the Tyler Perry, his the release to the studio, the grand opening, Mm-hmm. Charlamagne was there, so he dropped that, and then he was like, I was there. Yeah, he was talking about it on the Breakfast Club, and he was talking about how Bill and Hillary were there. So and like Bill was like talking to his wife or something, and Charlotte was looking like, okay, he got a little uncomfortable, and Bill was like, I'm a harmless old man. That said, no, back in the day, he's like, well, you got nothing. I'm a harmless, because Bill is like almost 80. So
Bill is up there.
Yeah, Bill's like, I'm totally harmless now. Yeah, like
Bill's up there.
He's like, maybe 20 years ago, I might have took you, girl. So, he's like, now you got nothing to worry about. I'm not trying to take your wife.
So Marcus Wood did. Bill Clinton was talking.
Bill is just a charming motherfucker. So like he was just talking. So Charlotte had to come and check it out. It's like, hey, you know that's my wife, right? He's like, nah, you got nothing to worry about. I'm harmless because I'm an old man. I am harmless.
Yeah, you do get too old.
Eventually, libido just slows down.
Some of us get too old.
No, I'm not gonna say who. Like
some of us still play games.
I know a cat, I'm not. I don't want to.
Yeah, don't say it. He's up
very
there.
Famous DJ in Chicago.
Up there. He's up there.
Very famous. Say who's this Chicago? A very famous DJ. I'm all over the place.
He's up there. But so my thing about Tiny and T.I. My thing about Tiny and T.I. is that what happened is in the interview, and it did take down a little bit of the blinders. It made it transparent in that if you look at a lot of their issue that they had, it's had when she stopped working. Because, like, T.I. presented her with I don't want you to work. I want you to raise these kids.
Well, they presented that famously on the Escapes Unsung with T.I. talked about that even on there.
And he's like, if I'm a man is supposed to support his wife and his family. And he has that thinking.
Old school.
And my thing about the whole
T.I. is old school. That's all.
I just don't like whenever any guy just be like, I want you to just be this. I don't.
That's
I just,
old school. Like,
I can't. I just can't.
T.I., he's a young dude, but he's got an old soul. Like,
yeah,
T.I.
I just can't. I can't do that
shit.
because it's like you. Like, I can understand if you're like, I don't want you to have to work hard because I want you to be able to.
You remember, back on the sitcoms in the 70s, that's always a big story. Where like James didn't want Florida to work, for example.
Right.
Like Archie didn't want Edith to work. Like, cause like that's like they were old. That was that era. George didn't want Weezy to work. There was always a problem in those marriages. It's just like, and the wives, like, they bored sitting there. They want to, like, let me just pick up a side job. And he's like, nah, you ain't working. You got a job right here in this house.
I want, especially like when you get past a certain, like, your kids are all grown.
That's what
I got grown
like.
kids.
It's like, look, like Michael's probably 13. It's like our youngest is a teenager.
Right,
so
I got
like,
grown ass kids. Where am I? I'm not raising babies.
So if I want to like take on a part-time job, what's the big deal?
And the kids ain't they're not old enough yet to start their own family, so I'm not watching their kids yet. So it's like, why can't I have a voice for myself?
And in the other two shows, their kids were grown. Like Lionel's and Gloria,
Lil Goyle,
they were old. They were grown as hell. So like their wives is like, what are you really like not wanting your wife to work for? Your kid is an adult.
That's just the issue that I saw, is that T.I. was doing the whole like thing, and you could see that Tiny did still feel like, to me, it just looked like she still felt a little stifled a little bit to me. It still looked like she
on Good Times
was holding herself
Lona's
back.
Fiance didn't want her to quit. We bought the boutique.
Yeah, he bought the boutique.
He was hectic.
He bought the boutique.
No, wife of mine working. That's like them old school
but
dudes
I
used
just
to do
don't
that all the time. Yeah.
I understand if you want to like take the bulk of or if you want to take 100% of the financial responsibility. I'm not saying that you don't, like, if you want to do that, do you, but if your wife wants to have an outlet,
yeah, she just gets bored.
She could teach a yoga class. She could teach a spinning class. She could do something like that. Just an outlet. She could do Zumba. Just something where she could have an outlet. She could do line dancing, whatever. These are all things that she doesn't have to actually go out and punch a clock for.
They don't take up a lot of your time. Yeah, you can. You probably set your own hours doing that stuff.
Let her have an outlet. Let her teach pottery barn, whatever. Aerobics, whatever. Do something like that.
We're about to get up out of here in a little bit. But before we go, I got a huge announcement I got to make.
Oh, my gosh. Oh.
I got to make it, man.
What?
The Migos have teamed up with Popeye's Chicken. The official Migos menu.
I saw that hot ghetto
It's going to be available until January 2nd. I got all the details. I don't know if you have the details. I got them, though. Yeah. They got 4 different meals. First, they got the takeoff meal, $9.99, 5 tenders, 2 sauces, 1 regular mashed potato, 2 biscuits, and 1 apple pie. That's the starter meal. Second one, you got the Quavo, $17.99. This is the one that's going to draw and break the internet. 2 chicken sandwiches, not 1. 2 chicken sandwiches.
I wish this
2 regular fries.
My face right now.
1 regular mashed potatoes with gravy, 2 apple pies, and 2 small drinks. That's the Quavo. Up next, you got the Offset.
Curry with the poutine offset.
Yeah.
Curry with the poutine offset.
Yeah. 8 pieces of bone-in chicken, 1 large fry, 1 large mashed potatoes, 4 biscuits, and then you got the tour rider. That's the whole thing. That starts at $46.99. 20 tenders, 7 sauces, 1 large mashed potato, 2 large fries, 5 biscuits, and 1 gallon of lemonade. So there you go. So if you want that Popeye's chicken sandwich, get that Quavo. You get 2 of them. I'm just saying.
It's a hot ghetto mess. When I was hoping that was faux. I was hoping it was the onion. When I started on there, I was like, this has to be the onion.
Nah, it's real.
This has to be the onion. And then when
remember stir fry, yeah. The chicken like Popeyes. They mentioned Popeyes in there. So like even it's like over a year ago they were planning for this shit.
Well, maybe they're smart like a fox, right?
now they got an endorsement with them. They mentioned Popeyes.
Let's get our endorsements into play. Yeah. Come on, Amazon. Hey. Come on, Netflix.
Jordan brand, yeah. Jordan, gotta have J's money.
iPhone.
Apple. Let's holler. Holler at your boy.
Let's do all this.
Yes.
Should I drive a Nissan?
Cadillac. Cadillac, baby. Cadillac, baby.
We got Kia. Marcus got Kia. Come on, let's speak it into existence. All y'all come on here. Yes. I'm coming after all y'all in 2020. I'm coming after stuff in 2020.
Hashtag every one of those companies. Let's get the hell up out of here. Appreciate each and everybody supporting Not Another Damn Podcast. I had to mention that damn Migos Popeye storyline. If you want to support us, here's how you can. First of all, you can get at me. You can support the podcast, like Not Another Damn Podcast on Facebook. Also, you can subscribe, share, rate, review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, all of that. TLC Talk Radio. What up, Tasha?
Hey, Tasha.
Also, your Amazon Alexa devices and on YouTube. Video now. Video coming eventually. Audio only now, I should say. And follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook. Also, OzRadio.net. Eventually. That's building a work in progress. Also, check out Ozman the Wizard on TikTok as well.
And you can check me out, MSIMA8626 on Instagram and on Twitter. Also, SCR8GULOEY1 on Twitter and SCR8GULOEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And check out straightgullyproductions.com for video needs.
Well, I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
And we will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.